Tonight, you can track the check with a transcript on the IRS. Meantime, were you expecting to get a check from the the bank of Meta? Meta World Peace doesn't have a bank, but the Meta Bank is sending your stimulus check. What? When did the Meta Bank get involved with our stimulus check? So much development across the board. There's a white envelope in the mail coming to some of you. You were not expecting a white envelope with a special seal you're supposed to know. Steve Mnuchin talked about the 25th Amendment, but he's overseas vacationing, and I'm here, you're here. And let's get rock and rolling. This is Evenings LA with big updates about your second stimulus check, your third stimulus check, and developments across the board on what's happening on that Cash Act. Thank you for joining me. If you've not gone to the front channel, subscribe because, boy, this is a big major broadcast. I have a lot of stuff to cover. This was the first of two live broadcasts I'll have tonight. I'll be back live at the end of this recording. This will be about 30-minute recording. This video will go over the second stimulus check, the Cash Act issue, the $2,000 stimulus check, and then all the provisions of the second stimulus package, which you need to be ready to pounce as a purple hawk. But then on the video right after this, I'll be coming right back with third stimulus check items and state stimulus. So the video after this is going to slightly change because there's so much stimulus coming over the next few weeks. I have to start sliding it into different recordings. So this one's about the stimulus check, the $600, and the $2,000 fix-it bill. And it'll also go over all the provisions of the second stimulus check. If you've not subscribed, please go to the front channel, subscribe, because boy, it's been a big day. 1 hour, I think it was at 3 o'clock, we had our highest hour of viewership for this channel in several months. So thank you. Also hit the alert button so you get alert when I'm next live in about 30 minutes from now. Also like this video. And thank you for the viewers who have joined. And for Barbara Perez, who asked me on the video before, can you join when you're on a mobile device? Yes. So on this video, right next to where the button subscribe is, there's a word that says join. It's not particularly large. It just says JOIN. You hit that bell, you hit that button, and you can become either a purple hawk, purple power, or a Calcino VIP. So much exciting news. And let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news tonight is that the IRS has a mechanism for you to track your stimulus check that's not the tracking tool. I had heard about this from viewers over the last day or two, but there was so much to cover, I forgot to get to this issue, and it's now apparently very much working. On IRS, if you go onto IRS and set up a website, irs.gov, set up an account, a username and password, you can go to transcripts. It's called transcripts in there, and then request a transcript to be generated by the website while you're signed in. Once it generates a transcript, it'll show all events that you've had with IRS. And in there, you will see a line item that says stimulus check or something like that, economic impact check sent out. So you can actually see the date at which the check is sent out or the electronic payment is sent out. Again, you go to irs.gov, you sign in, you set up an account, you sign in, and then you ask for a transcript, and it'll generate an online accounting of every event you've had with IRS, and there it will show that that item. Really exciting, great news. That's the first thing. The second one is, I did not expect a Meta World Peace to have a bank, but but the Meta Bank is sending out your stimulus check. Thank you, Sandra, for the super chat. Very, very kind. The Meta Bank is sending out your stimulus check. What? Who's the Meta Bank? I didn't see this. Okay, so Steve Mnuchin, who's apparently overseas on vacation, spoke to Mike Pompeo about the 25th Amendment for the President of the United States. Yes, that's confirmed by CNBC tonight. But he also did something else, which is issue a press release and say, oh, by the way, your stimulus check might be in a white envelope. Look in the mail. What? A white envelope? What white envelope? IRS has decided to send some stimulus recipients their stimulus check, not by electronic receipt, but on debit card. And this is not very exciting news because no one saw this coming. Let me explain this. If you got your first stimulus check electronically, you could be getting a debit card. If you got your first stimulus check by paper check, you could be getting a debit card. You are not predicting to get a debit card, let alone look for a debit card. So let me thank you, Alexander, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Let me explain to you what this debit card looks like. And if you've gotten this debit card, for the second stimulus package, can you say on the screen you have? Because I don't know anyone that has gotten this debit card yet. It's just shocking. It came out in a news release just about an hour, 2 hours ago. The envelope is white. It's not beige. It's not Minutia beige like everything else that comes out for Treasury. It's white. And in there, on the envelope, is a massive logo of the Department of Treasury, which I have no idea what that looks like. And when you open it up, inside is an EIP card, a debit card. It says Visa in the corner, and it says Bank of Meta. Yes, Rana attests. Good for him. No, I'm just kidding. I know some people got their first stimulus check on a debit card, but what Iris is saying is some people just get a debit card for no reason. So you may not, for people who got a debit card the first time, you may get a paper check this time. And I'm seeing some of the comments. So let me make this clear because maybe I haven't made this clear. You got a debit card the first time, you may be getting paper check this time. You got a paper check for the first time, you may be getting a debit card this time. No, this debit card is coming for tons of people who simply, for no reason, IRS decided to send a debit card. So I see some people saying, oh, it's only a debit card for that. No, IRS's actual official statement says, you may just be surprised you'll get a debit card. And that's what's going on. It's from Meta Bank in a white envelope with a logo on it. And how do I know I was supposed to get a debit card? You don't know. And so that's what I'm trying to hit very loud with viewers, is that you need to be careful with the mail for 2 weeks. When you get something in the mail that's a white envelope that has a big logo on it, be very careful and not throw it away, because that might be your stimulus check. It's something that no one saw coming. It is so shocking. I'm telling you after the fact, and they're telling you after. Yeah, exactly, Humble. They're telling you after the fact. I have no idea what the news article doesn't say when they started sending them out. The news article, the Pelosi card. Someone said the Pelosi card, the McConnell lobster card. It's no, $2,000 of stimulus is on a white envelope that no one saw coming. Yeah, that sounds really. That just sounds just so delicious. Can I cash out a debit card? You can cash out a debit card. I'll get to the nuances of the debit card in a second, but I don't hear anyone even talking about it. It was buried in a news article. And so I want you to be prepared to see that if it lands. There's always someone that assumes that something's going to be so easy. Oh, I got mine first by electronic. It's going to come by electronic. The news article actually says, be prepared to receive it by debit card, even though you got the first one electronically. Well, wait a second. I signed up for electronic receipt. IRS says, I don't care. We're sending it by debit card. Wait a second. I'm expected by paper. I don't care. We're sending it by debit card. Wait a second. How did you decide it's by debit card? We don't know. We just did it by debit card. So I just be prepared. So let me explain the Meta Pelosi card. Someone said the Meta Pelosi card. The Meta Minutia card. Everything starts with an M with this group. Minutia, Meadows, McConnell, now Meta card. It has to have an M in it. I don't know why. It's just everything has to have an M in it. The lobster card, yes. The Metamusha card. The moolah card. Yeah, the moolah card. Okay, so how do you get the money from the moolah card? You can bring it to the bank and just say, hey, give me all the money on the card, and they'll give you the money on the card. There won't be a charge, and there won't be a don't take the card. And I mean, that sounds sort of obvious, but I just have to say it. Don't take the card and go to McDonald's and say, can you give me cash off my card? How much cash you want? I want $1,200 on my card. What do you mean 12? I just got 5 chicken McNuggets. Can you give me $1,200 off my Moolah card? No, you go to the bank, like a normal bank, say, here's my Moolah card, my Minution card. Can you take the $1,200 off the Minution card and give me cash? Yes, of course. And they'll do it. That's what they do. I had to, no surprise, I made this video on day one of this channel on April 25th when I was talking about debit cards for unemployment. Viewers are like, what debit card? I don't use debit cards. How does this work? I said, you go, and I had viewers help me understand it. So you go to the bank, you say, hey, take all the money off this card and give it to me. And there's no charge. There's no charge. Cash me out, says Vasquez. Linda says Moolah card. It's the Moolah card. It's the Moolah card. It's the Minutia Moolah card. You go to the casino cashier and says, can you give me, well, no, that's not a bank. So don't go to McDonald's and say, I got 5 chicken McNuggets. Can you take the $1,200 off the card? It's a sirloin card. The casino player's card. Oh my goodness. Yeah. If you had told me in December where I told you it was going to take you 10 days to get the stimulus, and now it's 14 days, you don't have the stimulus, and Minutia says it's going to be 24 hours, and now it's coming in a manner in which, 6 months I'm telling you how this thing is going to come, and now Minutia's like, yeah, it's coming on a debit card. I didn't tell you about the debit card. I'm overseas. I'm on the phone with Megpape. Minutia's in the south of France sipping Mai Tais or whatever they sip in the south of France, on the phone with Pompeo talking about 25th Amendment as confirmed by CNBC. He's like, oh yeah, send out some debit cards. Just spice it up. Just spice it up. They're not expecting debit cards. What's happening? What did I miss? Says Lynette. You missed the debit card. I'll get an update at the 15-minute mark. So are we getting this $2,000 stimulus check, says Richard? Yes. So the $2,000 stimulus check, which I refer to as the $2,000 stimulus check, you all know it's $1,400. It's the remainder to get you to $2,000. That's the Cash Act 2021. It's going to happen. The question is when. And I know this, I'm going to say, you said they're going to pass it as a law this week. Well, guess what? There was 4 dead at the wash on Capitol Hill. So certain things sort of happened. But Ossoff and Warnock, I always butcher his name. And the 2 people out of Georgia, they will be sworn in this weekend, and at that point you could certainly have a law. But the problem is that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are sort of consumed with something else at the moment. Let's recap in the last 6 months things that Nancy Pelosi has been obsessed with. The postman, the first impeachment, scandal, another scandal. So Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are proposing to do an impeachment hearing over the next 12 days, which usually takes 5,000 months to do. And so in 12 days, they're going to be consumed with that. Do they have time to do your $2,000 stimulus check? I don't know. And so that's what I don't know. I simply can't predict it. And so they can get this done by the 20th as a law, but they may not get to it by the 20th for a law. And if they don't get to it before the 20th, they will get to it on the 20th. Let me explain it in even simpler terms. Joe Biden is sworn in on the 20th. He's sworn in on January 20th. So under all universes, they would have the Cash Act 2021 and the third stimulus package already on Joe Biden's table on January 21st to sign. Let me say that again. They're going to have everything that Joe Biden wants on his table ready to sign on January 21. If they don't, then Joe Biden and every Democrat is not going to do what they said. They wanted to get these packages out, the stimulus packages out on day one. They don't want to wait 3 weeks to get these packages out. They won both houses of Congress. They're ready to go. He's been asking for 6 months what he wants on the campaign trail. He had transition papers. Day one, you get the packages out. Day one, we have all these things done. So when would we see the $2,000 as a law? By the end of this month, absolutely. When would you physically get it? Well, look for that second debit card. Watch for that second debit card. Is it going on vacation to the 20th? Steve Mnuchin is overseas and not coming back anytime soon. Will $2,000 be on the debit card? Says Sandy. I don't know. Thank you, Diane, for becoming a Purple Hawk. I don't know where, how do I say it? The news article about the debit card is sort of like it's almost like a comedy reading it. It says that Iris said this, and then they asked why. They said, we don't have any reason. When? No, we have no reason. We have no explanation. So the article is basically empty of any information except surprise, surprise, you have debit cards. Thank you for Chris. So I have absolutely no idea. Will the $2,000 stimulus check be on debit card? I don't know. This chaos of IRS is just absolutely gone from normality to confusion. Now, the great news across the board is that we're at the 15-minute mark, so I have to give you a big update. Meta surprise, as Chris just said, absolutely meta surprise. The big update across the board tonight is there's actually a couple of big updates. Let me go over each of them one at a time. First, if you go to the IRS's website and you sign in, set up a username and password, irs.gov, sign in, then inside the portal, go for looking for a transcript. You can go in there and ask for a transcript. And at that point, it will shoot out a series of events showing when you file tax returns and things like that. The first line item will be the day in which your stimulus check was sent out. So you'll actually see the day the stimulus check was sent out. And this is the better way to actually track your stimulus check delivery than the My Tracking Stimulus app on the IRS's website. That's the first item. The second item is the Meta surprise from the Meta Bank, not from Meta World Peace, but from Mnuchin Peace. Steve Mnuchin, who was overseas sipping cocktails at an undisclosed location discussing the 25th Amendment with Mike Pompeo, no joke, that's actually confirmed, now also confirms your stimulus may arrive on a debit card. A who? A debit card. Well, I didn't order a debit card. Well, yeah, you're getting a debit card. Who's getting a debit card? They don't know. IRS doesn't know who's getting a debit card, who's not getting a debit card. IRS doesn't know. IRS does confirm if you got a paper check last time, you might be getting a debit card, or you may be getting paper. If you got electronic last time, you may be getting electronic, or you may be getting debit card. Literally, a hot mess express unto itself. Can you track whether you're getting a debit card? No. Can you track whether you're getting paper? No. So just total insane. Now, as we cut back to where we are with the $2,000 stimulus check, the $2,000 stimulus check, someone just asked, is that coming by debit card? I don't know either. The $2,000 is it $2,000 or $1,400? I'm so confused, says Robert. I'm confused as well. IRS says we have no explanation for anything. Congratulations. Thank you, Deanna. So there's absolutely no explanation from IRS. So if you're waiting for electronic receipt, be prepared to receive something by paper or by debit card. The paper check will be in a beige envelope. This is not a joke. I'm not being facetious here. You're waiting for electronic receipt. You may get it by paper check in a beige envelope, or you may get it in a white envelope with a Department of Treasury seal on it. Oh my God, it's giving me a headache, says Randy. This is better than having donuts. Eunice says, I need some bacon for this. I always file electronically. Cindy, but that's what IRS is saying, Cindy. You file electronically. IRS is saying, who cares you file electronically? We're sending it to you by debit card. We're not telling you if you're getting it, your neighbor is getting it. I think it's coming in the pink envelope, someone just said. Mine's coming from Santa Claus down the chimney, someone just said. In the final days of Steve Mnuchin, we have to end with a bang, don't we? We absolutely have to end with a hot mess express. It couldn't be just so simple. It's Steve Mnuchin. Those final few days, it just has to be a mess unto itself. Again, the $600 is $600 individuals, $1,200 for a married couple, $600 for children, nothing for adult dependents. It's not taken out for garnishment. It's not taken out for child support. It's not taken out for debt collections. The $2,000 stimulus check can get done by law. It may not get done by law because Pelosi is doing impeachment for the next 10 days. It would become a law as soon as Biden comes in, which is on the 20th. And will that come by debit card or by paper check or by electronic receipt or problems with H&R Block or problems with TurboTax? We don't know. And the good news is someone just said, can you just send me my darn money already? Oh my God. As Donut Guy says, I'll believe what's in my account. Donut Guy, you are never getting in your account. You are just never getting in your account. Donut Guy's like, is it in my account? Which account? Donut guys is donut guy got the white envelope and used it to clean his lips from the chocolate on the side of his donuts. He's like, "Oh, what debit card? I'm not looking for a debit card. Just tell me what's in my account. It's I'm not. I didn't sign up for a debit card, so I'm not getting a debit card. Just tell me what's in my account." He's cleaned his lips for the donuts, and with the debit card envelope, doesn't realize it's $2,000 in the envelope. They should be using purple envelopes, absolutely. So there you go. Are we getting the $2,000? Yes, I've said like 3,000 times. Callie's gonna ask again. Are we getting the $2,000? Yes. When are we getting it? Okay, so there's a very funny bit that I said to someone today. I don't know when it was, where when the first person once said to me, "What did I miss?" in the chat, I'm like, I hate that. What did I miss? What am I? Like, the delicatessen order guy? What I miss? Just stop everything you're doing and tell me what I missed. I just walked in. What am I miss? I just don't like that. And so when I say what I miss, and viewers just repeat it back at me more than before because they know I don't like it, so they just repeat it back more. But then the new expression I really don't like is just tell me when I'm getting my check. Or the other one I really don't like is so when's the next check? Just got the last check. Where's that check? Oh, here's the check. I got the check. I got the check. Okay, when's the next check? You just got a check. Well, when's the next check? I just need another check. Wait a second. It's just not that easy in life. Well, just tell me when another check's coming. I don't want to hear anything else. Just tell me when a check's coming. I want to hear when's the third check coming? When's that $2,000 check? When's the fourth check coming? Can you tell me when the next check's coming? I'm like, as I almost knock over the set. Life is not that easy. And so, with 9 minutes to go, I need to cut back and go over second stimulus items. Let me go over the second stimulus items. SNAP. 15% will be on your January benefits. If it's not on your January benefits, it'll be on your February benefits. It's going to be 6 months. It's going to be 6 months of 15% increase. Next, pandemic EBT, or called PEBT. You need to call SNAP, Department of Agriculture, for every child that's staying home because of the pandemic, $114 per child per month. PEBT. PPP is going live in a couple days. Guidance has been issued by SBA. That's breaking tonight. You need to reach out to the fin banks and get them lined up, ready to get your application on file for PPP. I gotta get the PPP videos out or all in because viewers are asking about PPP. PPP is for anyone who is an Uber, Lyft, Airbnb. Anyone has a Schedule C. Anyone that has a Schedule C, or anyone that is has a corp or an LLC. Yeah, 366,000 subscribers. Thank you, Scott Watson. And it's you need to be ready for PPP. Next, EIDL grant, not live yet, but it could be live in a day or two. I'm watching it like a hawk as well. Then the free internet. If you missed one of the recordings earlier today, one of the viewers out of New York gave me the tip, Tyrell. We now believe that it's Lifeline that's doing free internet. The Lifeline is, you can go to Google and just Google Lifeline and the word internet, and it comes up right away. You can go there and see there's an application. It doesn't say anything about free yet, but I don't know. I'm 50-50. I don't know if that's really where the free internet is. Then the next thing is, wow, there's 2,000 people in the room. The next thing is free rent, free utilities is slow. It's slow coming out. So go reach out to the volunteers. It's in the pinned comment to this video. It's news.lalate.com/community. What else? PPP, EIDL, rent, utilities. I think I covered almost everything in second stimulus. And get ready to pounce for all this stuff. It's so important that that you really, really hit hard and quickly. What about LWA? Gone. There's no more LWA. I'm not getting a response from the volunteers. Send me a DM on Instagram at lalate_, and then I'll respond to you whilst responding to the to the volunteers. $200 pharmacy card? No, that was a Trump campaign promise that he didn't come through with. Never happening. Uh, yeah, those things that people promise you never happen. $12 ice cream not happening. Can we apply for the? No, I'm not saying that on camera. Now, third stimulus check and third stimulus package. Those are coming up in the video right after this. The SSI and SSDI, the EIDL grant for everyone, the hazard pay, all that is coming up in the video right after that. After this, in 5 minutes after this, I'm going to come back live. Make sure you stay with me because that will be the new sort of version of Purple. Purple is going to cover both state stimulus, but there's too many programs for you to apply for. So this video is going to be staying for a couple of days as second stimulus items. The second stimulus check, the $600, and all the issues about getting it, the Cash Act, and then the second stimulus check items like PPP, EIDL for inner city and farmers. The video after this will start to become a third stimulus check and video, but I'll still answer some of your state stimulus questions. A lot of developments across the board. Do you think Nancy's going to hold up the check like last time? No, everything is different. And I like that you dropped me that question. The question the viewer said, do you think Nancy's going to hold up things like last time? No, I mean, this is a total different universe. The reason why you weren't getting stimulus last time was a lot of political reasons. Everything is different now. One party is in control of everything. One party is in control of the House, one party is in control of the Senate, one party is in control of the presidency. So whatever Joe Biden wants, you're going to get. The only thing that's going to impact whether you get it or not is whether Joe Biden wants it. So when Joe Biden walks in and says, here, do this for a third stimulus package, it'll be done. It's as simple as that. Between now and the 20th, I see some great questions. So between now and the 20th, you're going to see some distractions. But what I hope Joe Biden understands is he needs to have these bills ready and on his desk on the 21st. You can't wait around for, 4 days. So, and then I see questions about Mitch. Mitch is no longer a factor. Mitch can no longer block your stimulus. I know it's some of these things I don't talk about because I think they're sort of obvious, but I still have to explain them to other viewers. Everything that you saw that impeded your stimulus of 2020 is no longer happening. That's why I cried on camera the other day, because everything that you wanted was being blocked all out last year. It's no longer blocked. When I was live during one of the protest videos, one viewer told me that Ossoff had won, and I did not know this. And the reason why I broke down was happiness for you, because now I realize you're finally able to get stimulus when stimulus is requested. So when Biden requests stimulus, it's going to pass in 2 days, and then you'll get it in 4 days. So there's not going to be blockades. There won't be distractions. He's the president of the United States. He's the leader of the Democratic Party. He says, I want this. It'll be passed. There won't be distractions. She won't be able to, chase the postman, but not do Joe Biden's bill. He's the leader of her party. He's not going to let her, go chase a postman around for 3 days while he's saying, hey, Nancy, where's my bill? Did you get my bill done? It's not going to be like that anymore. It's going to be total night and day. And I know it's going to be an emotionally different thing to say, wait a second, I've dealt with that other thing for a whole year. It's going to be totally different. And so that's what's so important. And so there you are. Are we going to build the wall? So what about a family of 5? Larry, the hazard pay guy. Cut it out, Larry. So there you go. And now as we, goodness, the comments. So with that, let me give you the big update across the board. The big update on tonight's second stimulus check update is that you can go to the IRS to track your stimulus check, not on the tracking tool, but by signing in and doing a transcript. By doing a transcript, you can see when the check was issued, if you want to go through all that effort. TurboTax and H&R Blocks have now effectively fixed their situation, so you'll begin your stimulus check as well. And then finally, viewers will be surprised. You may get a debit card in a white envelope with the Treasury seal on it that'll have your second stimulus on it. Even though you signed up for direct deposit, even though you received paper check before, out of nowhere, it may come that way. So don't be surprised if you see a white envelope. And if anyone gets that white envelope gets one, can you send me a DM of what it looks like? Because I'd love to see what the envelope looks like, because no one's even seen this envelope. So much across the board. Make sure you go to the front of this channel, subscribe. Make sure you hit that alert button so you get alert when I go live in about 3 minutes from now. And then also like this video. And thank you for the viewers who have joined as new members. You can join by hitting that word join underneath this video. If you're on a mobile device, it's sort of small. I looked at it, it just says join. And if you go on the front channel, it's a little bit larger, but not that much larger. And always stay informed, stay focused, and stay alive for more.